going on, guys? It's Shane. Hope you're all doing well. New setup. Let me know what y'all think. The last two videos I made were taken in my car. It's harder than it looks to record in your car. So if I can have something steady like this, I think it would make a big difference, and also new mic as well. So hopefully you guys can see me okay and hear me okay. Yeah, with that, I want to get into this video. So your biggest enemy is yourself at the end of the day. Like, you are your biggest critic. You are going to be the hardest on yourself over everybody. I just had a good talk with one of my friends. So he was talking about how like every single photo shoot, for example, he wants to be perfect. Really matters to him. The shots, the angles, everything is perfect. And it's really good to be perfect, but you don't want to be stressing yourself out. I told him straight up last night, I'm like, hey man, like, you do this shoot, you get these pictures of them, bro, it's not that deep where, like, I promise you, what you think is a huge deal is minuscule to them, because like I said, everyone's focused on themselves. Guarantee you, as soon as you left that photo shoot, of course they're thinking, man, I can't wait to get these pics, but they already moved on. You know what I'm saying? So you can't worry too much about what everyone else is thinking. You can't worry about what you're doing too much where it's unhealthy. That's the difference. I say that you're your own biggest enemy because a lot of people don't believe in themselves. Maybe you don't believe in yourself, and I hope with this video it can help change that. I know for a fact I don't believe in myself 100% of the time, and I used to have a really hard time with it. I used to be so hypercritical of myself, and I just thought I wasn't worthy of any kind of greatness in my life. It was really until I had my chest surgery when I gained confidence and realized that I can be a difference maker in my own actions. In reality, every single decision you make on a daily basis matters. So the people that you definitely know a few of these people. The people that hate their job, are always complaining, and never do anything besides go to work or school and then sit around on TV, maybe smoke weed or play video games. Like, these are the worst people to hang out with, and I highly suggest, if you are currently hanging out with these people, maybe give them one or two more talks on if you've been trying to help them improve. But in reality, like, you gotta steer away from these kind of people because they're not gonna benefit you in the short or long term. What if we flip the switch though? What if this person, he goes from, you know, complaining, like blaming the world for all of their problems, and what if you switch that and you start thinking, hey, just turn every negative into a positive? Like, I'm not trying to say like it's not that hard, but it really isn't. Like, when you change your lens, like, everyone's life is different, right? Of course, but it's because of everyone's perception is different. Everybody has gone through different things, whether it be in their childhood, their upbringing, their conditioning growing up, that makes them see the world differently. Some people might have been abused and or done dirty more times than others, and these people might be more hardened and not susceptible to being able to just open themselves to new relationships and or just being more friendly. Think about this. Let's say you got a test on Friday, right? You got a test coming up. All you can think about is the test. You're in conversations with people. You're walking into the store. You're on the phone with your friend or anything like that, where you're in a conversation with somebody. They're talking to you. You're like half there because you're thinking about the test. We've all been in the situation where we're just so focused on the future and not focused on the present moment. What can you do in that conversation worrying about that test? You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not benefiting anybody. You're not being present in the moment. You're kind of doing your friend and or person you're talking to dirty by not fully being engaged in the conversation, and you're just making yourself nervous. You're having this anxiety that doesn't need to be there at the end of the day. So I urge you, it's so hard. I know I struggled with it so much in high school. I'd always be thinking about that test and or like that basketball game tonight. You know, I mean, I'm 5'8", but I was still kind of a baller, right? So I was always like, oh my gosh, the game. Like, I wouldn't focus on the school. I'd be too focused on the game, trying to get mentally ready. You don't need to be thinking about that until it's time to do it. You know, like me thinking about the game all day, that makes everything else that I do not as successful as it could be. Just, you need to be able to flip a switch. Focus on the present moment. You have nothing to worry about going on in the future as long as you focus on the present moment, because maybe an hour, 30 minutes before the game, that's when you should focus on the game, not 6 hours before when I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody that's trying to talk to me. Didn't mean to go on a tangent there. That's just another example. Every time that you look in the mirror, you're looking back at your competition. Like I've been saying, you're your biggest critic. There's gonna be a lot of times when you're just not happy with what you see in the mirror. You know, it's just part of life, man. To be hard on yourself, and it's good to be hard on yourself. You should definitely be somewhat hard on yourself, but never like too punishing. One of the things that's really helped me And I'm not trying to get spiritual at all saying this, but you guys need to be meditating. If you're not meditating at least 10 minutes a day, I highly recommend it. And like I said, I'm not trying to come on saying that you need to do this, but I highly recommend it because it's gonna help fix your lizard brain, which is the kind of like your bitch voice. I call it a lizard brain, bitch voice. It's the same thing. It's the old version of you that's trying to come out, and like these old habits, these old patterns that we have built up, saying, oh, you know, I'm gonna hit snooze. You know what, just one little snack, one little cheat meal won't hurt. Oh, I can have one piece of cake. You know, it's no big deal. When in reality, dude, it's those little things. It's your lizard brain will tell you that it's hard to control if you're not mindful of your thoughts. And I'm gonna make a whole video about role models soon coming after this one. I recommend checking out more about the mindset and like what goes on in the subconscious mind. It's really important to understand that your lizard brain craves instant gratification. It's always looking for something, some excuse to make, any excuse to just do something that you know is not practicing your self-discipline. It's those little things, like the brain that's always on, always talking to you. That is what your biggest enemy is. It's you. It's always you, bro. Everybody else is constantly at a battle with themselves, and it's up to you to win every single day. So if you tell yourself at 5 o'clock a.m. you're gonna wake up, right? You tell yourself that the night before, you wake up, it's 5. It's 5:05. You're still laying in bed. Get your ass up, man. I do this so many times and I'm getting better at it. As soon as that alarm clock goes off, if I told myself I'm getting up, I'm getting up. It's those little things. It's, oh, I don't want to take a cold shower. Dude, you know what's going to benefit you? Take it. Even if it's just for 30 seconds, because those little things build up the discipline to go up and talk to a girl you're interested in or God. It's taking those leaps of faith, those little ones that build up for the big ones. And for me, like, are you to go skydiving if you've never like gone on a water slide? You know, like, I don't know, that's kind of a bad analogy maybe, crap. But you know what I mean? Like, you gotta build up to the big hypes. Okay, for example, water slides, going back to that. You're gonna go in the little ones before the big ones, right? I thought that was a pretty decent analogy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta build yourself up to be able to accomplish the big tasks. You must hold yourself accountable. These little things, like I've been mentioning, that make the biggest difference overall. If you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. I got a lot of video ideas and more to come. So please smash that subscribe button. Send this to somebody that might need to hear it. And let's all keep getting better. Remember, at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Simple message, but I think sometimes I even need to hear it. So appreciate you guys. And yeah, have a great day.